Hey everybody. I'm reading this book, like I said, called The Magic of Thinking Big, but I'm also listening to this podcast that Jay Shetty and Ed Milet did recently. So if you haven't checked it out, go listen to Jay Shetty, Shetty, and he did an interview with Ed Milet, who is one of my idols. I feel like he's just changed so many lives out there, including my own in so many ways. But there was one point where they were talking about their lives, and of course they're always talking about their lives. But there was a point that I really related to, and it was the fact that both individuals, they obviously are very successful at doing what they do, and they inspire so many people around the world. But one of the things that I've always felt called to do was taking care of others and always feeling like I was never going to be enough. And then also realizing that, I could achieve so much and still not even be happy. And I realized that, growing up, and this is not at all to blame my childhood or my parents, but growing up, I started to, I think I was raised, and I think a lot of you guys can probably relate, but we were raised to have high results, high standards. And even when we achieved those, right? Like I was one of those honor students right up until, high school ended. And I remember getting, a 90 something in my math government diploma. And you would think that that would be enough, but we didn't celebrate those things. It was just great. Now you got to go to university and do it all over again, right? It was never, holy Hannah, how'd you do that, right? So I was never celebrating all of those small wins along the way that it kept me going for more. And that's great, right? That's allowed me to become an achiever as an adult. But I could honestly say that I was never just satisfied, and I guess I shouldn't really be just satisfied, but I was never happy. I don't know. Not that I was a sad individual, but I was never just happy with what I got. I never celebrated those things. I mean, I guess the last celebration I probably had that I accomplished myself was the fact that, you know, I graduated with a university degree, after basically working really hard and getting adjusted to a different way of being educated. And I could probably attest that that was something that I I worked really hard for. And so I wanted to put out there that, some of you guys might be struggling with your results, whatever that is for you. And keep in mind that you got to be intentional with why you want the results. Okay. So if you've set some targets for yourselves that where, they were high enough that they were challenging, but also attainable, then you got to celebrate those, right? And then challenge yourself the next time. But you got to celebrate it. You can't be down and out about the times that you didn't hit those results. You got to be equally celebratory with the days that you do hit those results. And I really struggle with that. And I hope that one day, every day, I'm going to work towards just being happy with the things that I can achieve. And, by journaling and talking about, being grateful for all the things that I have achieved is slowly helping me. But it's a long road ahead of me because I'm 45 years old and I have a lot of habits that I have to overcome. But at least I recognize it, right? I recognize it, before I'm 50, that a lot of the things that I did are things that I should have been celebrated. And I I encourage you to think about all those things that you've accomplished and all the things that you continue to accomplish and recognize, hey, this is awesome. I accomplished this, and I love it. It makes me feel good. You're just going to want to keep doing it over and over again, right? Those of you guys in business with me, you know what it means, right? Think of the accomplishment you feel when you're able to help a client or, talk to somebody that you hopefully can help. And and then they see you and you help them and then celebrate that and then go and help some more because it feels really good. So don't beat yourself up because you're not where you want to be. If you celebrate along the way all the small results that you have, you will get to where you want to be. But the thing is that you just have to start with something small now. And you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid because those results aren't going to come overnight. So give yourself some grace. Understand that it'll take time, and it's it's a road for me. So I'm sure that people can remind me too that what you're doing is good as long as you're intentional about what you're doing, what you're putting out there, intentionally good. Then each and every day you need to be able to celebrate a win. Okay, and if it's about getting your kids to sleep on time, reading them a book. I don't have kids. I don't know what what makes a parent feel accomplished, but I imagine there's a lot of things you could totally feel accomplished for. At the end of the night, when I put my head down to sleep, I'm just so glad that I'm so sleepy. I need to get to sleep, or I'm so happy to go to sleep. But I don't take the time to think about what I was grateful for or happy for that day that I did, and I should do that more. Anyways, I hope that helps a lot of you guys. Good morning, and I got you all. Bye bye.